This is the inaugural episode of Fishin N Talkin. I was sitting by the pool the other day and I had an idea. Why don't I come down here, fish a little bit, tell some stories. I'll begin with how I actually ended up in Ireland. Ironically enough, it doesn't even start in Ireland. It starts in the US when I was attending school at University of Tennessee. And I lived with international students. So the first year I was in the normal dorms, but my second and third year I was living in what's called the International Village at UT. Now there's nothing really special about the program. Anybody can sign up, anybody can do it. But it allowed you to live with international students, which of course I thought, yeah, why not? That's an awesome opportunity. Some semesters I was living with Italians, Polish, Chinese, English, French, Germans. But this story revolves around my living with the Australians. So I think this was second semester of sophomore year. My roommate Simon, shout out Simon Galuzzo, became a very good friend of mine. And about a year and a half later, during Christmas break, I went down to Australia. My second trip out of the US, visited him and his family down in Australia, in Sydney. And as it turns out, his sister, who was living in Australia at the time, her partner was Irish. So not only was I able to move there knowing somebody, I was able to move there knowing somebody who was a good friend or connection of a good friend of mine. Luckily, I had met him and he liked me well enough to let me stay on his couch for a little while. And I stayed for a little while. Actually, more than a little while. I stayed for about 2 months. And so I think we can joke about it now, but I'm sure at the time it was quite an annoying situation to be in. So again, all the thanks in the world to Connor and Katerina for letting me stay there for as long as I did. So when I moved to Ireland, I didn't have a job. I didn't even really have a house other than staying with Connor. But when I got there, I was able to get a job. So it was a special type of visa that I was able to get after graduating from school. I remember it like it was yesterday. October 8th, 2017. I arrived in Dublin Airport. I had 3 bags, a large backpacking backpack, a duffel bag that my mom gave me, and my school laptop backpack. When I got to the bus, I said, "Hey, yeah, I'm going here. Can you take me to this bus stop?" He said, "Well, yeah, just get off when I stop there." Luckily, he inferred from my nervousness and insecurity that I had never done this before. So he said, "All right, I'll tell you when we get to that bus stop." So when we got there, he said, "All right, this is for you." And I didn't know he was talking to me, but I knew that I was the only one who needed help to get to my bus stop. So I got off the bus, grabbed my bags, and I felt confident in walking in the direction that I walked. But after about 10 feet, I realized I was walking in the wrong direction. So I turned around, and I can only imagine what that bus driver was thinking, hoping that I made it home or made it to wherever I was trying to go, because I clearly had no idea where I was going. All right, check it out. First video of the trip, of my journey. It is now about 5:15 or 5:30 here in Dublin. Got my 3 bags, backpack, and then my other shoulder bag mom gave me. Anyways, I just got off the air coach, which is a bus, from the airport. Have no cell phone number, have no internet connection. I really don't know where I'm going, but I'm making the best of it. This is it. This is what it's all about. walking around a foreign country that you've never been to before. Only don't really know how the address system works, so hopefully it's similar, at least close enough to American that it looks right. Best part is that when I got off the bus, I'm pretty sure I know I started walking the wrong direction of the place that I told the bus driver I was staying at. So he's probably pretty confident that I'm gonna make it home. Anyways, my bags are getting extremely heavy. Yeah, I think I'm going the right way. It looks pretty awesome. It's kind of dark. I mean, it's a very yellow street lights. Anyways, this looks like it could be possibly right, but I can't see because I'm looking at you guys. I'm talking to this city council. Anyways, I'm gonna turn this off for a second so I can see if I can find the right place. Many people ask me, why did I do it? Why would I move to a foreign country with no job, no house, no support? And the only real answer I can give is, why wouldn't I? I just had to do something else. I just had to go somewhere and do something almost reckless. But reckless to the point of not jeopardizing my future. I might have jeopardized 1 year of my life, risked a year after school, didn't gain experience, go to my next job and they say, why did you not have a job for a year? Why were you working as a bartender or working in the fields, working at a farm? And all I could say was, experience, because why not? Because it sounded fun. It didn't work out that way. I mean, the way that it worked, I got a decent enough job. I was able to travel quite a bit of Europe. So all in all, it worked out. But at the time, I had no idea that it would go the way it did. So all I could have done is take it day by day, try not to starve, try not to go completely broke. I only have friends and connections and acquaintances as my real reason of succeeding. I mean, Simon didn't have to invite me to his house. I mean, I didn't have to sign up for International Village. But the fact that I signed up to live with internationals allowed me to meet people outside of my normal sphere of connections, which allowed me to take my first and second trips internationally. It allowed me to meet the person that was living in Dublin while I was, and that allowed me to stay on his couch and afforded me the opportunity to save money when I otherwise would have been spending money that I really didn't have. And now here I am, sitting in Fort Myers, Florida, doing a little bit of fishing and a little bit of talking. It's not something I could have planned. And honestly, the way I describe it is that I couldn't have planned it. So if I tried to do what I'm doing now, it never would have worked. The only reason it worked is because I was not trying. I was not out to succeed. I was out to experience and to live a life that was unique from the lives that I'd seen around me. And that's really only the way I can describe it. But it worked out. And it doesn't work out for everybody, and it doesn't work out all the time. But somehow I made it work.